Hey everyone, this is a Beacon learning video. Today we'll be learning how to set up the Beacon Excel add-in. This is the first video in the Excel and RPC series. We will be going through RPC token generation, adding the Excel add-in, calling a Python function in Excel, and calling a Beacon function in Excel. This video assumes that a WMP proxy is running in your environment. For a video about the WMP proxy and how to set that up, please see the links below in the video page. Also, additional videos in this series are linked below. Okay, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is open the Beacon IDE. We need to create a token which allows Excel to communicate with Beacon. To do this, go to the upper right-hand corner and click on the user icon. Then click on the Manage Keys in the drop-down. Here we can see that the tokens or the keys that have been created. In my case, you can see that there are no tokens currently available. Tokens are what we will use to communicate with the Excel add-in, so we will create a new token now. Start by clicking the new token and give the token a name. Any name will be fine. I will call mine Demo Excel. Once the token has been created, we need to download the token locally to the machine where you'll be running Excel. So close this screen, and now we can see that in the Manage Keys screen, you can see all the tokens and keys that have been created. Here we can see the recently created Demo Excel. In the future, you could remove or replace this token using this screen. Now that the token has been created and downloaded locally, let's open the folder where the token is. If you're like me, your downloads go to the download folder, and it would be better if we move the token to a more permanent location. You don't want to lose the token if you clear out your download folder. I'll just move it up one level into my user folder, but any location will be fine. The Excel plugin will be able to find the token anywhere on your computer. The next step is to get the Beacon Excel add-in. To do this, we're going to go to the Beacon Wiki and search for Excel. The first page to come up is the training/Excel, so open that page up. And here we can see that there are two different versions of the Excel add-in. You can choose between 32 or 64-bit versions. It's important to choose the correct version, so we will need to check the Excel that is running on your computer. So go ahead and open up Excel. Once that's open, go to Account, then go to About Excel, and we can see that I'm running the 64-bit version of Excel. So let's go back to the wiki page and download the correct version of the Excel add-in, in my case 64-bit. Again, let's open the folder where the add-in has been saved, and let's move it from the download folder to a more permanent location. I'll put it in the user directory where my token has been saved. Now we have both our token and the correct version of our add-in. The next step is to manage the add-ins within Excel and add the Beacon add-in. To do this, go back to Excel, click on Options, and then Add-ins, and then Manage Add-ins. There are various add-ins available. In your case, you won't see the add-ins for WST in this list, so you will need to click Browse and navigate to the location where you saved the Beacon Excel add-in. Once you find the add-in, then just make sure that it is checked before you click OK. After you've added the Beacon add-in, then you will notice that a new Beacon tab has been added to the Excel ribbon on the top of your Excel application. This means that we have successfully added the Beacon add-in. Go ahead and click on the Beacon part of the ribbon. You will see a few buttons, but the main one that we are interested in is the Select Key button. This will allow us to select the token that we created from the IDE and download it onto our machine. The drop-down will show us all the keys available, but in our case, we only see the Demo Excel token that we created earlier. So select your token from the drop-down and click OK. And this should complete the individual setup for the Excel to Beacon interface. Now it's time to try and test if our setup works. Go to File and create a new worksheet. I will make it bigger so that we can see. How does the API work? Well, The Beacon Excel add-in has several function calls which all begin with WST. You can read about what each function does in the wiki page or see in the more advanced Excel videos. We will be concerned only with the WST call in this intro video. WST call takes in the function location and name and any arguments separated by commas. The function call that you choose to call will be any function available in Python or any function defined in the Beacon codebase. Part of the flexibility of the Excel plugin is that anything can be done in the Beacon IDE can be put into a function and called via Excel. So for a very simple case, let's try os.getPID. This is a standard Python function which gets the process ID and returns it. This function takes no arguments, so let's just run it. We see that the function ran and returned 94 to Excel. This proves that the add-in and the token is allowing us to call Python functions from Excel via Beacon. The next thing we want to do is call a Beacon function. Let's go back to the IDE and see a few functions available for us to call. If we open up the file testfuncs.py, which is located at wst/ext/excel/test_func.py, we can see several functions available for us to call, some requiring arguments and some not. Test data frame is a good one to try. To reference this function in Excel, we just need to copy the path and the function name. To copy the path, we can use the shortcut Alt-Shift-I, and we will remember that the function name is test_dataframe, and it doesn't have any arguments. So once we've copied the path, let's go back to Excel and enter that function. Enter WST call, remember that's the only API function we'll be using in this demo, paste in the function path, and then type test_dataframe, and because there's no arguments, we can just close off the string and the parentheses. When we call this function, we see that a data frame of values is returned to Excel. Importantly, the return type is in the form of an Excel array. See the curly braces, which identify an array? Hence, if we need to rerun this array or modify it, just pressing enter will not work. Remember that we need to use Control-Shift-Enter. This will correctly call the function again and regenerate the array. This concludes the Beacon Excel add-in setup. We have now demonstrated that we can call a Beacon function via Excel, and we can also call Python functions via Excel. There are several videos linked in the video description which go over the prerequisites required for this video. Additionally, there are videos for more advanced topics and videos which show some common errors and how to debug them. Thanks for listening. See you next time.